All right, so I started recording. Thank you, ladies, for hopping on. I'm really excited about you guys starting on August 28th, which is like, what, 3 days?
Next Monday.
Hi, Tanya. Can you hear us? Can you hear me? Yeah? I can't hear you. Oh, you're muted. Okay. But you can hear us. So I'm excited. I'm excited because I love it when it's a bigger group, because you guys can push each other, you guys can motivate each other, you guys can, inspire each other. But most importantly, the support aspect, right? When someone checks in and you guys see that sort of picture, you're like, holy crap, let me put my work out and present it. So it's always exciting. So I'll start by introducing myself, and then that'll allow time for the other ladies to come on. I know everyone here is a mommy, so I know how hectic it can get. So I'm, obviously you guys know I'm Gabby. I started with Beachbody back in 2014, and I actually started because, guys, I've never been into fitness. I know some of you guys. I know that Donna has always done her thing. Tanya, when we spoke on the phone, you've always been, into fitness more. And I know that my girl Robin here has done, she loves working out as well, and that's one of her stress relievers. But, for me, it's never been my thing, and I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys, but you guys know that about me. But it works for me because I didn't keep the ideas with anyone, right? I knew I wanted to lose the post-baby weight, but I did not have the time to leave. I was breastfeeding. I'm skeptical. I didn't trust anyone. So I wanted to be home with him. And so this worked perfectly. I could do it from home. I could do it when he slept. I could do it while, my mom could take care of him, whatever, but it worked. And the other thing about it was that it was only 25 minutes. So I was like, man, if I can't find 25 minutes for myself, then I got a bigger issue at hand, right? Not just the losing weight. So it works. It was Monday through Friday. Many of you guys, two of you guys joined the T25 community. And so it was Monday through Friday, 25 minutes. So it worked, right? And then it was an easy nutrition plan. And then the rest was really history. I became a coach because people were noticing that I was losing weight. And when they were asking me, I was like, I'm doing it from home. And they're like, what? So it was an easy transition. I loved, I've always been in nonprofit, then in HR. Everything has always been about me helping others. And so it just made sense. I was a stay-at-home mom at the time. And Jorge and I had decided that I was going to be home until my kids were 3 years old. And I said, you know what? I'm not working. I've always I've always worked since I was 13. I've always had money, coming in, and I was feeling lost as a working, woman. And so generating income and being able to help in my household, that I was lacking in that area. And so when Beachbody came as an opportunity, I was like, holy crap, like, I have nothing else to do. Why not? Let me try this out. He's 4, Matthias is 4, and I've, beyond match my HR income. God is good, and I can be home with him. I was at the beach today with him, and I just feel blessed. So I love being able to help other mommies, because if someone who never found herself, her way in the gym, because I always felt lost in the machines. I am very uncoordinated, so every class that I joined, I felt awkward. They were going right, I was going left. It was just a mess. And I was just like, whoa. And the only thing that I really enjoyed was being yoga. That's too long, an hour and a half. No one has time, right? As mommies, we don't have that type of time. And so I love working with, you guys. I love working with moms that, just to pay it forward to, this is working for me. And I found something that is simple and it works. Why not pay it forward? So before I go into showing you guys how to work Beachbody on demand, because it is different. There's no more DVDs. I mean, there are if you want them, but they're not going to send you all of them. They're going to send you one set of one program. So having access to a library of every single program that Beachbody has done, I think is amazing. I think it's crazy. Because when I joined, I paid 200. Actually, when Donna and Robin joined, you guys also paid $205 for 225 for no containers, the meal plan, a bag of Shakeology, and now the ladies are all getting the entire library, a set of containers, right? An amazing meal plan, and a bag of obviously of the Shakeology, but also a year subscription of Beachbody and Divine, which I think is crazy for 160. It's a steal. I think I don't even know. Like, I think our CEO is freaking amazing. So, but I'm gonna ask if everyone can just kind of go around and just in a minute, tell me your name, tell me why you joined, and tell me what you want to accomplish these next 21 days. And I want to start with, Donna and Robin, because you guys are coming back. You guys have been in the community. So if you can also just tell us why you're coming back and how much weight you lost before, so that, the ladies who are new know that this does work and that you're back, right, for a reason. So whichever one of you guys want to go first.
Okay, I'll start. So I am Donna Larimore, and coming back, I started Beachbody because, like, when I was pregnant with my second and I was just about to give birth, Gabby was posting all these like workouts and like these like phantom posts of, join me and, the Beachbody challenge, and, it definitely piqued my interest. And, I really didn't have a lot of time, because I have two little girls. They're a year apart and they're young. And, I really never found like my groove with like the eating. And Beachbody, it's really I lost most of my weight without even doing the exercise in the beginning because I couldn't. I had a kidney stone and I had issues after my pregnancy. So because of that meal plan and then I started adding the workouts, and it just like accelerated everything for me and put me back, like disciplined me a little bit better with my meals and trying to find that time, because I didn't have 2 hours. It takes me 2 hours to get took me time to get to the gym while I'm at the gym, and then the driving home. And that's where I'm right now, where I'm at. I was waking up at 4:45 in the morning, getting to the gym, and I can't do that right now because my kids are not sleeping through the night. So I'm starting to feel like crap, and I don't want to feel that way. So it's time for me to get back myself and start to, even if it's 25 minutes a day, work myself and, get to feeling good, not just like the weight loss, and it's just like those endorphins that I really need.
Hang on 1 second. Let me.
Hello?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So that's why I'm coming back, and looking forward to it. Looking forward to feeling good and feeling those endorphins pumping through my body.
I still have both of your transformation pictures, by the way, and I am going to share them in the group. To get back there.
Yeah, I need to get back to that weight.
Awesome. Thank you, Donna. Robin.
Okay, so my name is Robin Danso. I have known Gabby for many years, since our Bear Stearns days. And like Donna, I had seen postings of Gabby and her weight loss journey and success. And I was going through the beginning stages of my own journey. I was carrying this extra weight from, like 2005. After having my first son, and then never lost it after 2010 when I had my daughter. So it was the beginning of the journey for me to want to lose this weight. And so when I saw her success, I joined the first challenge, which was the T25 challenge. It was great. I remember I started it June 5th, 2014. And I had lost so much weight, probably a total of 20 pounds, I want to say it was. And, for 2 years, I was able to maintain it. I thought that I could do this. Things started happening, life changes started, going on. And so working out was no longer a priority for me. And as a result of that, I gained 20 plus. And so, I tried to do the whole weight journey thing again by myself. But see, with me, and I'm not going to lie about it, I need motivation. I got the working out part down to a T. I love working out. For me, it's my sanity, being a wife, being a mom of two, working in human resources, which is already stressful. That's my alone time. That's my me time, working out. But it was just the eating, or it is the eating part that I need to get under control. And so being back in the group, I feel like this will help me get back to my goal weight. And so I'm looking forward to starting my journey again. Looking forward to meeting new challengers and us motivating each other. And that's really it. That's my story.
Thank you, Robin. Tanya, if you're there. And I think Veronica was on the line. Vero, is that you on the line?
Yes, I'm on the line. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you introduce yourself? I mean, you've been with us for quite some time now, too. So if you could introduce yourself, tell us what you've accomplished so far, and why you're going to do Shift Shop.
Sure. So my name is Veronica. I live in Baltimore, Maryland, and I know Gabby through her cousin. I was roommates with her cousin in college. So I met Gabby back in the early 2000s. So I've known her for quite some time, and I was just really inspired by seeing her success and her journey, and just how successful she was with the program. Every time I saw her post on Facebook, there was a little bit of me inside saying I should be more in shape. I should be working out. And for me, a lot of my family has struggled with weight issues. Obesity is something that a lot of my sisters have struggled with. And for the most part, I haven't struggled with it. I was struggling in the last 6 years, getting rid of the baby weight. So I have 2 daughters. The oldest is 6, and that was my biggest struggle, was getting back to my pre-pregnancy weight. And when I started seeing Gabby's success, I was like, I can do this. So I've been doing a couple of the workouts. I started with the 21-day fix. I would say about 2 or 3 years ago, when I lost some weight then. And then I've done a couple more rounds of the 21-day fix. And in total, I've lost almost 20 pounds. And so I have been able to maintain the weight, and I feel good about where I am in terms of weight, but I would love to continue toning. So that's why I want to continue doing this. And really, I feel good about myself when I finish working out. And when I go through the program, I feel really good about myself, and it helps my self-esteem. And my husband gets excited and does it with me, and it motivates me. So I really just want to continue feeling good about myself and doing something that is good for me. So that's it.
Thank you, guys. Tanya, you lost connection, and whether you might join us or not, but I'm recording, so that's fine. So Vero, I don't know if you can join via the video, because you know how to access the Beachbody on Demand, right? So I'm just going to show that. So you'll be fine in that area. Correct?
I do, yes.
All right. And then I'm going to talk about the meal plan.
Yes.
So I don't know if you want to try to see if you can do the video. If not, you can just, listen along. And if you have any questions, obviously stop me, okay?
Okay. I'm just upstairs trying to put the kids to bed, so that's why I'm not in front of the computer.
No problem. Oh, Sam just joined. Sam, I'm going to put you on the spot. Like, what?
You're gonna put me on what? On the spot?
If you could
Okay.
You could just introduce yourself really quickly. We're just going around introducing ourselves. what made you join, and you know, you can catch the recording from the introduction of all the other ladies. But just, you know, if you can just tell us your name and why you're here with us in like a minute.
Okay. So I'm Sam, or Samadi. Everyone calls me Sam. I am a 34-year-old woman, single mother of 2 children with a full-time job, and I find it impossible to get to the gym. I consider myself an active person, and I've always been able to lose like those 10 pounds, go up and down those 10 pounds, but I feel like after that, it's impossible. There's nothing else I can do. I don't know what else to do. So I was looking into something, and that's when I got in touch with Miss Gabriella. What else? I think that's it.
That's it. Yeah, you did good. You did good. You did less than a minute.
There you go. There's not much else to say.
Well, I'm glad you're here with us. And then I see that Claudia jumped on, but I can't see your face, hon. So if you can, I guess unblock your video so we can see you. Hopefully you can hear us. And then we'll give you an opportunity to introduce yourself once you figure that out. So I'm going to share my screen, guys, so that I can show you how to
Turn on the light.
Body on Demand. And it's very simple. Let me actually go to, here we go. I'm going to share that screen. Let me know if you guys can see it. So basically everything is virtual now, right? So it's very simple. It's amazing. You're going to all have access to this for an entire year. So I'm excited for you guys. There are 2 new programs being released that I know of already. Obviously, Shift Shop is a new one. There was another one 2 more that were released this year. So 3 in total this year. And then another one for this year that I already, know, and then a 5th one coming out with Autumn Calabrese in January. So the first one that was released was UV2 in March. The other one was Sean Week. Amazing. It's a 7-day event. It's not a program, but it is. It's amazing. And then, so after Shift Shop, after the 21 days, we could all do Sean Week for a week to kind of break things up, and then we can jump into something else. So it's going to be amazing. Like, it's a great program. And then UV2 is more for beginners. I was telling Sam earlier today for her parents that they're going to love it. She has access to this. She could share it with her mom and her dad. So they're going to enjoy that program. And then we have Shift Shop that was released in July. We have that you guys are going to try. And then we have one with Sagi, which is the Beast. He's all about weights. That's another event. It's a 5-day program coming out in September 5th, I believe. And you guys will have access when you log in on September 5th, boom, it's going to be there for you guys. So it's going to be amazing. And then Autumn has an amazing program coming out, and that's going to actually be something different than we're used to, right? So Beachbody has always told us what to eat, but now in this program, they're going to tell us when to eat it. So it's an 80-day program with Autumn, and I've been seeing a lot of the people who are in test group, and the program itself looks very challenging, looks very interesting. I'm excited about it, and I know just knowing when to eat it, I think it's different because no one has ever told us at what time, right? We just know that we got to eat breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks, and we kind of figure that, whatever, it fits our schedule. So it'll be interesting to see how that pans out, but you'll have access to that. So I'm just excited that you guys will have access to all of that. So you'll go to teambeachbody.com. You can do this, guys, from a computer. You can do this from an iPad. You can actually go to your app on your phone. If you have an iPhone or you have a Samsung, it doesn't matter. You can go to your app, store, and type in Beachbody on Demand, and you can download it on your iPad. You can download it on your phone so that when you're traveling, you have access to this so that there's no excuses. As long as there's internet, you guys are rolling, all right? So teambeachbody.com if you're on your computer or like I said, an iPad, but download the app. it'll be easier for your phone and your iPad. Then you're gonna log in. Okay, so this is what it looks like. You're gonna use your email and your password that you created with your profile with Beachbody. Okay. Then you're going to go where it says up here on the left-hand side corner, Beachbody on Demand. So you saw me, up here first to log in. So Beachbody on Demand. Okay, and then that's gonna open the Beachbody on Demand website. And everybody can see my screen, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. And then you're gonna see, I'm already logged in, but up here, see, it says log out. For you, you're gonna have to log in again, okay? So, and mine is logged in because I use it daily. So just, if I log out, it's gonna appear this way. So you're gonna come up here, you're gonna do login. You're gonna put in your email again and your password. So I'm doing this so that you guys can see. And then I'm gonna log in. So you're gonna have to technically log in twice, okay? So then you're gonna have access to all of these programs, like every single Beachbody program that has ever been created, guys. So this is like so cool. So once you are done with Shift Shop, we're gonna talk about your individual goals. Right before you finish it, we can do Sean Week to kind of break things up, and then we could be having conversations to see what is next for you, all right? And we can pick from any of these amazing programs. This is the one that's coming now in September, after Labor Day, so a week of hard labor with Sagi, and you'll have access to that as well, all right? Another thing I wanna point out is the Fixate cooking show. If you want recipes, they're, short segments with Autumn and her brother. You can do that. There's a yoga retreat right here, 3 weeks. This is the UV2 that I was telling Sam about. So tons of programs. So you're going to click on Shift Shop. Okay. And then what I want you to do first. All right. So I have to click on it again. If it does that, just go back to workout programs up here. It's loading. It's loading. I feel like I'm in Wheel of Fortune. But why is this not going? Okay. Let me click on that again. Come on. Okay. Easy enough though, right? Well, the computer always has a mind of its own. Seriously with this? All right, maybe I'm gonna stop messing with it. I keep clicking on it. All right, let's click it one more time. It's loading. Okay, so this is what's gonna appear. This is your workout list, okay? The first thing I want you to do, because you need to know, what program do I do first? What workout? You're going to go to your program material, okay? And then you're going to go to your calendar. So you're going to be following round 1 calendar, okay? So you're going to click on that, and then you can print it. And what I would suggest is that you print it and then you put it somewhere that you're going to see it every day. And then this way you can be putting big X's on each workout that you're completing, so that, next thing you know, you have all these X's and you're almost done. So the first day you're gonna do speed 25. So remember when we spoke, I told you guys that the first week you're doing 25-minute workouts, right? And then as you progress in your strength, right, they're gonna ramp you up by 10 minutes each week. So then you're gonna go to speed 35 and strength 35. So speed 25, strength 25, speed 25. On Thursdays, you're gonna be doing core, which is ab work, and on Saturdays, okay? And then on Sunday, guys, is a rest day. Or you can do shift mobility, which is like a stretch. I did it the first week, and then after that I was like, screw this, these workouts are tough, I need a rest day. So on Sundays I rested. So, just you do what you feel that your body needs, okay? But on Sunday, you either rest or stretch. And then second week, speed 35, and then strength 35, and then you alternate. And then week 3, same scenario, speed 45, strength 45, and it just increases. So I would do that first, all right? Print your calendar so that you have access to it. Then is the meal plan, which we'll talk about. It's a PDF. You can save it, and I will, actually open it so that it's open already, so that when I break it down, it's here. So this is what it looks like. You can print it out as well. I'm gonna close that out. And then finally, the one thing that they have that they didn't have when I was in the test group is this amazing recipe book. 81 recipes, and it gives you like every single recipe that you can be making for lunch and breakfast, and then it tells you the containers that you could use it. It breaks it down by weeks. Yes, papi. Good job. Yes, se bañó. And so, it breaks it down by week. So if you want to change up the meal plan, by all means, use this recipe booklet as well. So that one's a little longer, but you have access to it, so you can save it. All right, so that's the first thing you're going to do. So program material, workout list. So then you're going to play that. I'm going to play it for you. See, mine is going to play immediately because of the fact that I use my computer for this, or sometimes I use my iPad. But if it doesn't play right away, guys, it's going to give you, mine is going to play right away if you can see it. It's going to actually give you, what is it? There's going to be like a box where you have to consent, right? That you agree to, watch your form, and that you've talked to your doctor if you need to be clear, that kind of stuff. All right. So make sure that you just scroll to the bottom, read obviously, and then click the box, and then it'll let you play. So this is basically speed 25 and strength 25. That's what you'll be using week 1, week 2, 35, and then week 3, shift core and shift mobility. This is the first round. If you decide to do a second round, then you would do the deluxe. Otherwise you stick up here only. All right. So far, so good?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Awesome. So then now I'm going to ask you, I'm going to actually walk you through the simple shift shop meal plan. But in the meantime, did you guys get this in your box, this portion fix? Is this what you guys got?
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome. So this is the actual meal plan that, this is the lifestyle meal plan. The one I'm going to break down right now is only for 21 days. That's what's going to give you accelerated results. But then once you're done with Shift Shop, we're going to go back to using this meal plan, which is, more of a, everyday type of meal plan. Okay. So I'm going to scroll down. So you're going to go into, let me see. All right, here we go. So actually, you know what? I'm going to break down the weeks for you. So now you know how they ramp up the actual workouts, but I want you to understand how they ramp down your carbs as well. So on week 1, it's a regular meal plan, all right? So you're going to be eating from all different types of groups, right? The carbs, the protein, the healthy fats, your vegetables, as well as your fruits. But your carbohydrates are less starchy. So in these next 21 days, you will not eat rice, you will not eat corn, you will not eat bread, you will not eat pasta. But you will have carbs. Look at Robin's face.
Oh, you saw that?
I sure did. That was my reaction when they picked me, and I was like, wait, well, what? But you still eat carbs. They're just healthier carbs. They're less processed. They're less starchy, really. Like you're gonna have potatoes, and you're going to have beans, and you're gonna see the list. Then on week 2, they're gonna actually increase your protein and your vegetables, and they're gonna cut your carbs half. Okay. And you'll see the breakdown. And then on week 3, you guys you're doing away with all carbs, but your protein is actually going to increase more, and your vegetable is going to increase more, which means that you're going to, honestly, guys, it's a lot of food, and you might even reach out and say, I can't eat all of this food. It's a lot of food. Week 2 is the hardest week. I'm going to be honest. You know, I'm on my 5th round of Shift Shop. Week 2 is the hardest week. I mean, for me at this point, I'm just used to the meal plan. But week 2 is the hardest. That's the one that everyone, you know, reports back and saying, because, you know, you're getting used to the cutting of the carbs. But then by the time week 3 comes, you're used to it. You're like, I don't even miss it. So that's what I've experienced with all the challengers in the group. So I just wanted to walk you through that. So then now I'm going to scroll down and we're going to figure out where, you know, you guys belong. So basically you're going to figure out what calorie bracket you guys all belong in. So obviously you're all female. So you're going to, you know, you're going to put a 0 in that score box. And then you're going to, depending on where your weight is, you're going to, you know, either put a -1 or 0, 1, 2, or 3. Then based on your height, same scenario, -1, 0, +1, or +2. And then you're going to total up your score. All right. And then depending on where you fall, based on that final score, you're going to decide whether you're Plan A, Plan B, Plan C, Plan D. So if you're 1 or less, you fall in Plan A. If you're 2, Plan B. 3, Plan C. 4, Plan D. All right. It's a lot of food. I was in Plan A, and I'm telling you, I was satisfied. I was, you know, I personally was never hungry, and I was using the performance line as well, so that might have also helped me. But just wanted to make sure that you guys understand how to calculate your calories. Now we're gonna come over here so that you guys can see. So for example, let's say that you fall in Plan, we're just gonna pick Plan B in this scenario. So let's just say that you fall in Plan B, you're eating 1,500 to 1,799 calories a week. That means that on week 1, you are going to have 4 servings of vegetables, which I have my containers here, 4 servings of these. So 4 of these. That doesn't mean you have to have all 4 in one sitting. You can split them up. You can have 1, you know, for breakfast. You can have 2 for lunch and 1 for dinner. I am going to give you the meal plans I used for my Shift Shop experience, but you'll also have Chris's. So you can decide to use mine. I literally used his and tweaked it to what I like to eat, okay? Or you can use his and that's it. You know, it doesn't matter. It's really simple. And to me, I enjoyed all my foods. So you're going to have 4 servings of vegetables. You're going to have 3 servings of fruit, all right, which is the purple container. You're going to have 4 servings of the protein, which is the red container. And then you're going to have 3 servings of the yellow container, which is your carbs. 1 healthy fat, which is the blue container, and then 1 seeds and dressings. And you're going to have 4 teaspoons, all right? The teaspoons don't come, everything else does. And then if you decide to want to learn more about the performance line, please let me know and we can discuss that on the side. But those are really just to help your muscles recover. One of them is Energize. That's before. I don't need a kick in the morning to energize myself to work out or whenever I work out. Jorge does. He has that like always half an hour before his workout. He needs it. I always have hydrate. He doesn't need hydrate. I need it throughout my workouts because I'm dying throughout them. So I need that for my muscles. And then the recover is for, you know, for after your workout. And then week 2, and then it tells you, if you're going to use it, it tells you, you know, how to use it, right? And then week 2, you're going to see how the veggies increase. Now you're going to have 5 veggies as opposed to 4. And then fruits, you're going to drop down in your fruit because remember, fruits are naturally high in sugar. So they're going to cut you down to 2 fruits that week. And then you're going to increase your proteins to 5. And then you're going to cut your carbs to 2. And then everything else remains the same. Week 3, your veggies go up again. Now you're having 6 veggies. You started with 4. A lot of food. Fruits are going to remain the same at 2. You're going to have more protein. So from 4 on the last week, you know, on the first week, you're going to jump to 6 on the last week. And then carbs, 0. All right. And then on everything remains the same except your teaspoon on the last week, you're going to go from 4 to 5. So that's, I just wanted to break it down so that you guys know where you fall. However, the meal plan, you don't even need to look back at this unless you're making your own meal plan because you need to know, you know, the containers, what you should be eating on a daily basis. If you follow my meal plan that I put together or if you follow Chris's, then you don't have to look at this because it tells you exactly what you need to be eating and and for what serving, okay? So this is that. I'm gonna go down the list. You know, many of you guys have done 21-day fix in the past. Some of you may have never done that before. So I'm still gonna walk you through the meal plan because I wanna be fair to those that have never done this. So that this might be repetitive for my girls that have done the 21-day fix or the extreme. So veggies. So anything that is on this list can go in this green container. I just want you to be mindful. So if it says, for example, kale and spinach, right? You just stuff it in here. Whether it's cooked or raw, you stuff it in, it's full, boom, that's one serving. But I want you to be mindful of the things that have a number next to it. For example, asparagus, you see 10. So 10 large spears of asparagus, that equals to one of these. So you don't have to cut them up and try to measure. You just know that 10 equals to one serving of the green. Same with beets, 2 medium beets, that equals to one serving of the green. Brussels sprouts, which we love here in my house, 5 medium. If you're gonna, you know, eat them whole, then that you know that equals to 1. If you're gonna chop it up, you just fill it up. All right. So just be mindful of the things that have a number next to it. So for example, carrots, baby carrots are one of the snacks that I enjoy. So you know that 10 medium baby carrots equals to one of these, all right? So just be mindful of that. Just wanna make sure that you guys knew that. So I'm gonna go to the fruits, same scenario, guys. If there's no, so for my ladies that have not received their containers, you also have the measurement for now until you get your containers in the mail. You have the measurement next to it, 1 cup. So you know that this green container and this purple container equals to 1 cup. So if you have measuring cups at home, that's gonna come in handy if you haven't received your containers yet. So if it's a cup, then you know you just fill it up. However, if there's a number attached to it, then you know that that's what that means. So for example, passion fruit, it says 3 fruits equals to 1 purple container. I want to point out the banana because I know many of you use banana in your shake. And I'm going to talk about how to make your shake so that it's delicious. Banana, guys, make sure that if you are having the entire banana, be mindful that counts as 2 of these. So half of a large banana equals to 1 container of the purple, okay? So that means that if you're going to have the entire thing, you're having 2 servings. So if you fall in the first category, there goes your fruit intake for the day. So be mindful of that, all right? In terms of like apple, you know, 1 small apple equals to 1 purple container, you know, so just be mindful of that. But I just want to mention the banana because I know many of us, you know, resort to bananas as a fruit. So half equals to 1. Protein, you get, you know, a lot of protein options here. Someone asked me today that she doesn't eat fish. That's totally fine because you have a ton of other options here. So eggs, if you have eggs, 2 large eggs equals to 1 red container, okay? If you're having egg whites, 8 large egg whites equals to 1 of the red containers. The other thing is that we're all gonna have Shakeology, which means that you are actually counting that 1 Shakeology scoop as 1 of your red containers because it counts as a protein, even though it has more than protein in it, all right? So let's say you're allotted 4 red containers a day. Now you only need to worry about 3 because Shakeology is one of them, okay? So here it is. The other thing is Greek yogurt. All you gotta do is fill this up. It's 3/4 or 3/4 cup, all right? If you don't have your container yet. Otherwise, you just fill this up, dump it in your plate, and that's it. That's what the what these containers are useful for. Cottage cheese falls in here. Obviously, all the different types of poultry and meats and that kind of stuff. If you are having slices of like deli, because it does come in your meal plan, and you'll see, I'll show you. 6 slices equals to 1 red container. So if you eat 3, you've only had half of that container. So be mindful of that. And if you go for turkey or ham slices, just make sure that, you know, it's nitrate free, that, you know, is MSG free and all of that good stuff, all right? Turkey bacon, 4 slices equals to 1 red container. If you have a veggie burger, that's what I was having today at the beach, that equals to 1 red container, all right? So just want to make sure that you guys are totally clear on that. Any questions so far? No? Okay. So stop me, guys. So then here are your carbs. Only for this program, guys. Once you are done with your 21 days, we are going to go back to the universal meal plan. You're going to go back to eating the things that we enjoy, like bread and pasta and all that. But for this particular program, you're going to see the weight come off because you are going to be eating less starchy carbs. So for week 1, what's allowed is winter squash. All right. So butternut squash, pumpkin, spaghetti squash, which are all delicious, right? Sweet potato, yams, which includes batata. We have parsnips, we have white potato, we have peas, we have beans, all types of beans, we have lentils, we have refried beans. So all of these things that are in here, you can use for week 1. On week 2, that's when your carb intake goes half, goes a little down. But now it also changes. You see there was no corn mentioned here. There was no bread. There was no pasta. None of that. And here, same scenario. It actually cuts down from week 1. Now you don't have, on week 2, you don't have beans anymore. You have just winter squash. You have sweet potato. You have yams, parsnip, and white potatoes. So you can still have potatoes on week 2. That was like heaven for me because that's what I survived on. And then week 3, they mentioned winter squash, even though you're not supposed to have any more yellow containers, because winter squash fills up your green container as well. So I'm going to show you. It was genius. Winter squash and summer squash. So summer squash right here, it basically counts as a green, and then your winter squash somewhere in here. So right here, winter squashes. So basically, what I did on my week 3 was I filled up on spaghetti squash. It felt like I was eating pasta, and butternut squash. All right. And then I filled up my green one. So I actually got more than in the yellow container. So that's what I did for week 3. So I just want to make sure you guys are fully aware that the yellow containers is just for this program, guys. So you're not going to be cutting your carbs forever. It's just 3 weeks, and then you go back to eating, everything on the yellow container list. And then healthy fats, that would be your blue container. All right. So that's avocado. If you're going to have any of the nuts, just make sure that, you stay consistent with the amount that's listed. Hummus, and then all the cheeses, feta cheese, goat cheese, which are my favorite. You have mozzarella, cheddar, provolone, all of these. All right. And then Caesar dressing, guys, I will give you the, even though you can get the recipes from here, I actually have some videos of how to make the dressings. We don't buy dressings here in my house. We make them from scratch because I know what I'm putting in it, all right? And it's super easy to make, like legit 5 minutes if you have all the ingredients. Not even, like you're mixing that stuff up, it's like 2 minutes. So the orange container, you're gonna get 2 of them, even though you can only have 1 a day. I'm not sure why they did that. So you have the seeds going there. You have, if you're gonna have olives, 10 olives equals to 1 orange container. If you are going to have the dressing, see, it tells you oil-based salad dressing. And it also gives you the actual amount. So like, let's say you don't have your containers yet, just know that 2 tablespoons equals to 1 of these. And that's pretty much it in terms of those containers. Then you move into the teaspoon category. Obviously, 1 small teaspoon from your home, that doesn't come in your package. This is for extra virgin olive oil. Some of you guys are getting in 1 day. Some of you guys are getting 5. So what I do is that I use my nut butter. So for example, in my shake, I put almond butter, I put peanut butter, or cashew butter. Like whatever I have here is what I use. But then some people will use, some olive oil or some, what is it? Well, actually, it's not listed here. Oh yeah, it's here. It's the coconut oil. And they'll put a little teaspoon, and they'll put it in their shake. You won't even taste it. Like, seriously. And then you have ghee butter. So like if you're going to go with, you need just some butter for your potatoes, for example, right? Just go with ghee. Ghee is better than just regular butter. So that's what I would buy. And then they put mayo here. I don't know what you would use mayo for, to be honest, but it's an option, all right? And then your free foods, guys, water bar. I'm going to give you a great video that I did with my mom, and it's basically why we should be drinking water. And then I'm going to give you different ways to, make your water fun. You're going to infuse your water. All right, vinegars are all, free food, and mustard is free food, and herbs and spices and garlic and ginger and onions and, and your chili, jalapenos and that kind of stuff. All right. And then flavor extracts. I don't use them, but some people like to put them in their shake, like vanilla or peppermint or almond. All right. So that's for free foods. And I think that's pretty much it. For water, guys, just before I move into the meal plan. For water, you're going to take your weight. This is how you're going to know how much water you should be drinking on a daily basis. You're going to take your weight, you're going to divide that by 2, and that's the amount of ounces that you should be drinking on a daily basis. So let's say someone who weighs 150 pounds should be drinking 75 ounces of water a day. All right? Make sense?
Yeah.
So now, because we have picked the plan B, I'm going to go to plan B and I'm going to show you. He actually gives you a shopping list, which I think is pretty neat. It literally takes all the thinking away from, it makes it so simple for us, especially you guys that are, out working and don't have time to be thinking about anything but just going and stuff from doing, right? From preparing. So let's see. So plan B, and it breaks it down by week. So plan B, week 1, gives you a shopping list. It gives you the amount. You're going to follow his meal plan. It literally breaks it down into what you need to go and buy at the store, from fruit and vegetables to dairy to grain and nuts to the miscellaneous and protein, of course. And obviously, guys, you can change things up. If you don't want to have steak, change it up for chicken. If you don't want to have, chicken, and you want to have turkey breast, then have that. If you don't eat fish, then change that for chicken. You just don't have to stick to this specific thing, but just change up the protein. But the beautiful thing is the amount. I mean, it can't get easier than that. And then he breaks it down by Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. You're going to eat this. And then Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, you're going to eat this. What I did was I literally sometimes was like, I don't feel like eating eggs today. I'm going to have my Greek yogurt. I don't feel like having Greek yogurt. I'm going to have some cottage cheese. I don't feel like, you know what I mean? Like, just change it up. But it's super simple. It's good. I mean, this is, like I said, this is my 5th round. So obviously I got to change things up. But for you guys, it's 21 days a week. And it's going to be enjoyable, but it really nicely puts it together. Again, you're going to have this plan, and I'm going to share my plan, which is pretty much the same. I just changed a couple of things around. So, and then you go down to sorry, this is week 3. I think I skipped week 2. Week 2, this is so plan B, week 2, same scenario. Boom. Week 2, it gives you everything. Lays it out nicely, gives you the shopping list, and then if you scroll down, you have 3. And then and then you have everything for plan A. So if you're a plan A, you're gonna stop at you're gonna start at the top. You have plan C, and it really just puts everything really nicely, and it divides everything really nicely, and that's pretty much it. I'm gonna stop sharing. I'm gonna share how I make my shake, and then please. Let me know if you guys have any questions, please. So how to make the shake? I mean, I know that Sam has already been making the shake. Donna and Robin already drink the shake. So does Veronica on the phone. Claudia and Tanya are, I think, the first ones that I don't know that if you guys have the Shakeology yet, but this is the way I make it. You don't have to make it the way I make it, but I'm only giving you the recipe because I know that when I first started drinking Shakeology, I messed it up. Like for real. It was like slimy, and I was like, yo, like, what is this? Am I supposed to drink this? But it was full of protein, so I was like, it was minerals and vitamins, and I just knew I had to drink it. And I was like, listen, if I can have alcohol, I can drink this. It's good for my body. Then I figured out how to make it, so I want to make sure that you guys know how to make it. So basically, it's 8 ounces of either water or 8 ounces of coconut milk, or 8 ounces of almond milk. Unsweetened though. Go with the unsweetened. You're not gonna miss the regular one. You're not even gonna know the difference. So unsweetened almond milk or unsweetened coconut milk or water. I make mine with water. Sometimes I add 4 ounces of water and 4 ounces of almond milk. So when Donna and Robin, actually, and I think even Vero were, on, 8 ounces of unsweetened almond milk used to count as half of a yellow container. Not anymore. It counts as a teaspoon, which is nuts. It's crazy. She changed. The nutritionist, they changed it up. So if you have 4 ounces of water and 4 ounces of almond milk, you don't even count it. You don't even count it. Okay. But if you're gonna have 8, then count it as a teaspoon. So 8 ounces of whatever, like I said, and then you're gonna put 1 scoop of whatever Shakeology you guys have. And if you're gonna have it with, let's say a fruit, just put it in a purple container. Typically, I have it with a half banana. Okay, so that's 1 person. Then I put 1 teaspoon. That's all you need. 1 teaspoon of whatever nut butter, whether that's peanut butter, almond butter, cashew butter, whatever nut butter you need. Okay, ice. The other thing that you can do, because you're not even going to taste it if you have a hard time eating vegetables, take 1 of your green containers, fill it up with or kale, and then just dump it in there. I promise you, you will not even taste it. Ice and blend it, and it's going to be delicious. So basically, 1 scoop of Shakeology, 8 ounces of whatever you decide, ice, half of a banana, 1 green container, maybe spinach or kale, and ice, and then you blend. That's it. That's how I make my Shakeology every single day, and you don't even taste the green container, I promise you. Even if you have vanilla, you won't taste it. Chocolate, obviously, you don't even see it. But with the vanilla, it's going to turn your shake green, but you're not even going to taste it in there. I think that's pretty much it. Do you guys have any questions?
No, not so far.
No? Okay. So what I want is, because what time is it? Oh, we have 3 more minutes. So what I want is Tanya and Claudia, if you guys can, in 1 minute, just introduce yourselves so that the ladies know who you are. We're going to be working together for the next 3 weeks. And then I have 1 final question for you guys. And that question is, think about it while Tanya and Claudia introduce themselves. Do you guys want to, because I'm holding all my groups in the app. It's an application on Facebook. You're all going to get 2 emails from me tomorrow. 2 emails. One of them is to download that application, okay? Or, unless you guys want to hold the group, the private group on Facebook. So while these girls introduce themselves, please let me know if you prefer Facebook or you want it on the app. The app is amazing. You don't have to be on Facebook. You can do it from your phone. And then the other email is going to basically be an email where I want to know your goals. I want to know more about your goals. Today you kind of mentioned a little bit, but it's more in depth because I want to make sure that I help you get to your goal so that I have written so we can go back and say, okay, you accomplished this, but we still have this much to go, and let's pick another program, from the All Access. So whoever wants to go first, Tanya, Claudia.
I don't know, Tanya.
Go ahead. We're gonna
go first. Well, I guess I go first. I'm waiting for my mom. I don't know. Well, I live upstate New York. I have 2 kids. I work full time. I also do online schooling. A full-time school, full-time mom, full-time job. So I'm pretty hectic life, to be honest. And my goal is I do want to lose at least 20 pounds and be more healthy. And I'm getting married with my fiance. We've been together for 15 years, and we're getting married next year. So that's my actual goal, to be pretty healthy, I guess.
Awesome. And we're all invited to that wedding in Medellin.
Oh, yeah. If you want to go to Colombia, like I told you, Gabby.
Right? I just invited the group too. She's going to kill me. Okay, and then Thank you, Claudia. And then Tanya.
Okay.
I can't hear you. We can't hear you. I don't think you're muted. Mm-mm. Let me see.
No, estoy en un meeting. En un programa que va a empezar.
No, we can't hear you. And you're not muted, so it might be on your ends. Maybe try to see if you hit the audio button. Hit it again. No, now you're on. Now you talk.
Hmm?
No.
No, I don't hear.
No. Okay, but this is Tanya. She has, okay, I'll introduce her then. So you guys know, and then obviously you'll get to know her in the group. But she has a 6-week-old baby, right? 6 weeks? Or 7 now, I guess. 6, 7, 7. So she's a new mom, guys. So she's probably, say again? Oh, so he's 8 weeks. He's 8 weeks now. So she's a new mom. So she's going to be needing not only our support here, but also the mommy support because, you know, it's her first baby. I don't know much about babies, just Matia, so I'm going to leave it to the mommies who have 2 and above. All right. But welcome, guys. I'm super excited, seriously, to do this with you guys. We do have other ladies that will be joining us. And either they didn't hop on or couldn't hop on, but they'll be watching the recording. So let me know, you know, if someone wants to mention now, if you guys prefer Facebook or if you guys want to do the app, I'm open to whatever. I mean, the app works wonderfully, but Facebook is Facebook, right? So if you prefer Facebook, we can do it there. So, or you can always type it in the chat, whatever you guys decide. But I will be sending you 2 emails regardless. One of them, like I said, if we decide to do the app, it's going to be for you to download the app on your phone, and then the other one is just for you to fill out that link, which you guys will be talking about the you know, all your in-depth goals, and that's it. Any question, guys?
Nope.
Guys, I'm here, you know, as little or as much as you need. So if you're at the supermarket and you're confused about something, you can reach me. Just, you know, text me, call me, whatever. I'm here to make sure that this journey is enjoyable, that you're successful. That's my job as your coach. As the first week goes on, you guys are going to feel more, you know, like more secure of yourselves because you're going to know how to work the meal plan, how to work the workouts and that type of stuff. But we're here to support each other. So any question you have, you can come into the chat as well because maybe another lady has it, then I can easily answer it there for everybody. So don't be embarrassed about anything. I'm just really excited to be working, you know, with all mommies that have been not old, but you know what I mean, that have been in my groups before, and the new mommies that have never experienced this. So it's going to be amazing, and we just got to cheer each other on. Obviously, we all have different goals, but we're all in together. So thank you so much for joining tonight, and let's rock and roll on Monday, all right?
Okay.
Thank you, Gabby.
Thanks, Gabby.
Thank you.
Gabby.
Bye.
Good night.
All right.
Good night.